All right. Oh, darn. Let's switch our camera. I want to go to the document camera. There we go. Yeah, they do know it's me. You're totally right. Okay. So we are on page 129 and we are correcting our homework from last night. We are going to start with number 2. So I know that for some people, number 2 was kind of throwing you off because you're like, Miss E, why do they have all these random words over here? Like, I just need to solve the problem. Well, that's because they wanted to just label the steps for you and not have you have to do it. So if we multiply 538 times 46, we get these two numbers down here, 3,228 and 21,520. What do we call these two numbers, fifth graders? Partial products. Nice. Then if we add them up, we should get a final answer of 24,748. How many of you remember to circle your final answer? Okay, about some of our class. Nice job. Okay. After number 2, then we had number 4. We had 83 times 57. So if we multiply those two together, we should get a final answer of 4,731. How did we do on number 4? Show me on your thumb. How did we do on number 4? Okay. And you know what? If you get the answer wrong, don't give me an immediate thumbs down. Look at your work. If it's just a silly mistake, you should definitely have your thumb at the side. Because we all make silly mistakes sometimes. All right, then we had number 7. Now, did they stack number 7 for you? No. So we were multiplying 682 by 25. So you guys, when you stack these numbers, which number should have been on top? 682. So that means the 5 and 25 should have lined up with the 2 and 682. And the 2 and 25 should have lined up with the 8 and 682. When we multiply them together, we should have gotten 17,050. 17050. Then maybe you added incorrectly or multiplied for one of your partial products. That was 7. Now let's look at number 8. Again, did they stack these for you? No. Which one should have gone on top? Addie? 24. Yep. 324 should have been on top. When we multiply, we should have gotten 23,004. Now, again, if you're noticing, hey, I got that wrong, then you would just want to go through and check your math. Because if we stack it, we would have, I'll put it right here, 324 times 71. So if you notice that your answer is incorrect, you would just go through and do the math again. And just think, okay, what is 1 times 4? 1 times 2, 1 times 3. And then make sure you added a placeholder 0 when you moved on to the 7. If you were forgetting placeholder zeros, you guys, that's a really simple mistake, but it throws off your entire final answer. So make sure when you're moving on to that next number in that tens place, you're adding a placeholder 0 before you start multiplying. That was number 8. Then we had number 10. 16 times 29 would get you 464. Go ahead, show me on with your thumbs. How did you do on this first page of our homework? Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong one. Not number 10. I'm sorry. But how did you do on this first page of homework? Show me on your thumbs. Not number 10. I'm sorry. Okay. How many of you spotted at least one silly mistake in your work? Yep. Okay. Now we have number 13.
How many were we even supposed to do on the first page?
The amount that we just corrected.
So only 4?
Yes. Okay. All right. So number 13. They asked, how many kilometers could the red car travel in 12 hours? Write an equation to show your work. So we were supposed to use this graph, or this table over here. Sorry, not graph, table. And in this table, it shows that the red car in 1 hour travels 217 miles. And we want to know how how far it travels in, or 217 kilometers, how much it travels in 12 hours. So we would have taken 217 and multiplied it by 12. And if we multiply 217 by 12, we should get 2,604. And you should have your unit of kilometers. Either you wrote out the word kilometers or you abbreviated it as km. If you guys did not remember your unit, I want you to write it in now. On a test, if you forget a unit, you get half of a point off. Because then I'm like, okay, 2,604 what? Balloons? Monkeys? What are we talking about? Kilometers. So you want to make sure you include that unit. And then finally, the last one that we had was number 15. So number 15, it looked like it was going to be a huge problem because there was a large box, right? And a lot of words. But let's look at this. It said, Katie is building a rectangular wall. The wall will be 332 bricks wide. So we know that when we talk about wide, we're meaning from left to right. It's going to be 332 bricks and 39 bricks tall. And we know when we hear the word tall, we're talking top to bottom, up and down. She has 15,000 bricks. Does she have enough bricks to build the wall? Explain and show your work in the box. So first of all, your answer should be yes. The reason why, if we have a wall, and I'm going to draw a picture. This is what I was having people do who needed some help on this one. Drawing a picture always helps me. If you draw that rectangular wall and you label, okay, it's 332 bricks wide, and it is 39 bricks tall, we need to figure out how many bricks it takes to build this entire wall. That means we're finding the area of this rectangular wall. So we would take 332 and multiply it by 39, which you can see over here, I have the work here. If you notice that your answer is different from mine, look at the partial products. See if your partial products are the same. If they are the same, then that means you just made a silly mistake while adding. If one of your partial products is a little different, that means you made a silly mistake while you were multiplying. So she does have enough bricks because the area of the wall will be 12,948 bricks. Well, she has 15,000, so she has more than enough bricks to build the wall.
2,000 more.
Yep, she has 2,052 more bricks than she needs, so she'll have plenty of bricks to build her wall. Are there questions? Will, turn around, please. How did we feel on numbers 13 and 15? Show me on your thumbs. How did you feel on 13 and 15? Okay, and I want to see everyone's thumbs. This is how I kind of see. Just show me how you're feeling on these.
In the middle. I feel good.
Yeah, I see. Okay. All right, go ahead, put your thumbs down. What I need you to do now, open up to the next clean page of your notebook and get ready for today's math notes.
Oh, listen.
Everything.
So, we're getting a drink from my mom, and I accidentally got a drop on the page. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just be more careful. Okay.
I didn't realize it was dripping.
That's okay. Totally okay. So you should be opening in your math notebook to the next clean page. Getting ready for today's math notes. Let's go a little more. There we go. Okay, you guys. So, we are titling our notes today 3.5 Multiply Multi-Digit Numbers. And today's date is the, oh wait, I think I'm on the wrong one. Sorry, that was my bad. Oh, yep, sorry, yep, we're on 3.4. It's still very similar. It's still very similar. That's just in our book, there are different units. So like 1.1, 1.2, yeah. So 3.4, multiply whole numbers with 0. Sorry about that. And today's date, which is 9/16. Yeah.
Put the date on your paper. You see when this is everything is good.
Exactly. And today's notes and tomorrow's notes look similar, so I think that's why I also got a little tripped up. So 3.4, multiply whole numbers with zeros. So whenever I have that W with a slash, that stands for the word with. So I like to sometimes abbreviate when I'm making a title at the top. Yeah, we want to make sure you have enough room.
But why is that door broken?
Mr. Archer and Mr. Krickelberg are going to fix it today.
No, but why is it?
I don't know. I'm not sure why, but they're going to fix it. Okay. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So today, you guys, we're getting right into practice. We don't have any vocab. Yeah. So practice. And I added an exclamation point. It's up to you if you want to. Getting right into practice.
Yeah, you have to write it that big.
No, you can write it smaller. And I did underline it because when we underline things, it's like, okay, here's this section of our notes. Here's this section of our notes. All right, ready to rock? Okay, so just like we do with our practice, we're going to write down the problems first, then we are going to solve them. All right, so here are our problems. Yes, that's one we're going to do together, and then the rest of these are going to be, we might do this one and number one together, and then the rest will be ones that you do on your own. So notice, you guys, I left a lot of space because when we stack our numbers and then we're getting partial products, we do use quite a few lines to make sure you're giving yourself enough room to do your work. What, Frankie?
Can you write down the 31 times?
Yes. Yep. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So 31 times 208, that's what we have up top. Then underneath. And so I'm planning on doing the work for this one over here. So that's why I didn't leave a ton of room underneath it. So then for number one, it's 302 times 17. Number two is 280 times 66. Number three is 505 times 77. Number four is 302 times 30. Number five is 108 times 34. Put a thumbs up on your desk when you have these guys written down. Yeah, you guys. Max. You're going to go with Mrs. Cummings.
Max, can I grab my friend, please?
Yep, he's coming.
Is that on your forehead? Oh, let me tell you. I'm gonna brag. I have a wow sticker on my forehead because for 3 days in a row I have remembered to take attendance and then taught in the morning.
Nice, Mrs. Cummings. Way to go.
Wait, because you know what? I took lunch count and got it turned in 3 mornings in a row.
Okay. Does everyone have these written down?
Yeah.
Awesome. You have another moment to get it down. I see some people finishing up the last one. We're keeping our voices off for those people who are still concentrating and writing these down. They sure do. Well, then he'll be coming back in if he needs it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Jack, in the room. Jack. All right, so we're going to do 31 times 208 together, okay? So first of all, which of these numbers, when we stack them to multiply them, should be going on the top? Raise your hand if you can tell me. Raise your hand if you can tell me which number goes on the top. Layla? 208, yes. So I'm going to do my work over here. So 208, and then 31. Did I write that correctly?
No.
What do I need to do? Who can tell me? What do I need to do? Will.
The multiplication symbol in the line underneath.
I do need the multiplication symbol, and I do need the line underneath. But what else? What else, Jack?
You need to put the 3 underneath the 10 and the 1 underneath the 1.
Yes. Is this 3 and 31 in the 100 spot?
No.
No. The 3 is supposed to be here, and the 1's supposed to be here. So I'm going to erase that. Thanks, guys, for helping me with that. Yeah, I have a mechanical pencil. Okay, so now are they lined up? Cool. Which one of these numbers do I start with multiplying? Show me on your hand. Which number do I start with, the 3 or the 1? I start with the 1. Awesome. So let's do it together. 1 times 8 is?
8.
1 times 0 is?
0.
1 times 2 is?
2.
2. And you should be doing this in your notebook as well. Now, can I just go right ahead into multiplying by the 3?
No.
What do I need? Raise your hand. Emmy, what do I need? A placeholder 0. Because since the 3 is in the tens place, this isn't just a 3. It's technically a 30. Yep, so by adding that 0, we don't have to think about multiplying 30 by 8. We just need to think about 3 times 8. So what is 3 times 8? Zoe, it is 24. So then we're going to put the 2 above our 0. Bring down our 4. What's 3 times 0? Show me on your hands. What is 3 times 0?
0.
It is 0 plus 2. Show me on your hands. What is it? 2. Nice. And then we have 3 times 2. What is that? Who can tell me? Mackenzie? 6. We add our plus sign and our line. What do we call these two numbers? Who can raise their hand and tell me the term? What do we call these? Elena? These are our partial products. They're parts of the final product, but not the final product. So then we add. 8 plus 0 is? 8. 0 plus 4 is?
4.
2 plus 2 is?
4.
And then we have our 6.
8.
Don't forget your comma when we go 3 numbers in from the right. And then we're going to circle it because it's our final answer.
Just like what we did yesterday,
Except they're all 3-digit by 2-digit problems. Some of them yesterday were a little shorter. So here's what we're going to do. Ready to rock? I'm going to give you some time to work through these problems, 1 through 5. If you don't make it through all of them by the time we're ready to come back together, that's okay. We'll still look at it together and you'll still be taking notes on it. I want you to take your time and work through these 5 problems. If you finish ahead of time, then you can quietly read or work on your t-shirt or notebook covers at your desk. Capiche? All right, go ahead, start on number 1.